Welcome back to the final whistle for the championship predictions, week 27. We are back. It feels like the bloody international break, boys, the FA Cup, doesn't it? But these boys have had the week off. Hopefully they've come back fit and firing for this one. Steve's nowhere to be seen. But Rich is here as always.
He's there. There he is.
I need the wall as I sat down.
I thought you'd done something when you sat down.
Well, everyone were expecting Luke Thomas to be on the screen.
Injury.
Bastard. Okay. An explosive start to the stream.
How are we?
Oh, yeah, pain. But yeah, no, I'm all right.
It's all right. You're always a pain in the arse anyway, Rich. How are we?
I'm good, mate. Happy New Year to everyone watching this. Is this the first show of the new year? Have we done one? We done one, didn't we?
Second, didn't it? Is it?
Yeah,
second?
I can't remember. It's ages since we've done one.
We didn't do one last week, and the previous game would have been.
It would have been
Thursday the 1st. Did we do New Year's? No.
4th of January game, week 26.
Yeah, we done that. I can't remember when we done the show.
Yeah.
Guys, it's only the 15th of January, and it feels like so much longer into the year. I was speaking to a friend last night, and I was like, God, I can't believe we're already near the end of January. He's like, it's the 15th. You've been at work 8 days. And I was like, fucking hell.
It's a long month.
Working on Dublin time again. Yeah. Evening, everyone. How are we?
Jack's fault we're late.
Bit late for that, Rich.
Well, certain people. I don't know if we've said Happy New Year, so I was just relaying the message.
It is the first show of the new year.
There you go.
This is the first one. I believe we did it on New Year's Eve, was it? It might have been.
Yeah, probably was. Yeah, there you go.
So we're back. Right. Let's chat about the scores on the doors. Right,
start eating squashy. That's annoying. Right, well, not a great week for Rich last week. Game got cancelled. He was already on the way down to Portsmouth at the time, and he got cancelled, and he got 0 points. So
it's what it is. It's not very often off the high blanks, Jack, is it, mate?
Well, you got kids, like you say.
There you go.
Hey, you bastard! That was my joke, you fucking joke thief.
You could hit the target more times than George Hurst.
Outrageous. Frank Bruno laughing at my joke, you bastard. I got 2, and Jack, you got 2, which means that the scores on. Sorry, the cat has turned up. Scores on the doors. Jack, you're still in bottom with 26. I'm on 29, and Rich is on 33. So a good result to be catching.
Closing the gap.
We're not far behind then, Steve.
You are.
Well, I am. Yeah, I'm 7 points. You're what?
Take a miracle for you to catch. You're Sheffield Wednesday at this point, Jack.
Well, I might as well get a points deduction. I don't know when Leicester's are coming. Evening, Nigel. How are we? Right. Let's look back at week 26 then. The Midlands derby. Birmingham City 3, Coventry City 2. Rich. What a game, by the way, even including a red card for Bobby Thomas. A good win for Birmingham. A much needed one, to be honest, for Chris Davis.
Yeah, he needed that, then he was under pressure. Obviously, I think the week before, they lost to, I think it was at Watford, and their fans were not very happy with him. So I think, Jack, if he'd have lost that game, I wouldn't have been surprised if he'd have been picking up his P45. But it's a really good game. I enjoyed it. Obviously, I didn't really want to be watching it because I wanted to be on the road to Portsmouth, but that was obviously cancelled. But nice to see Cov slip up again. Wheels are loosening a little bit, aren't they, for Coventry?
Well, they could come off all guns blazing this weekend when they play Leicester. We could do you a favour, Rich, maybe.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope you turn up this weekend. Come on.
It'll probably be the only game that we turn up, to be honest. QPR 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Blackburn 2, Charlton 2. Draw between the two sides. I know someone said it were a relegation 6-pointer, that one. Blackburn, though, seem to be really struggling, Steve, at home. They've only won 2 all season in the league. Baragi gets 2, and Charlie Kelman got 2 for Charlton.
Was he muted?
Yeah.
Hello, sorry, I muted myself. Yeah, we donned it a relegation 6-pointer, a draw for them both, so it doesn't really sort of leave any daylight between the teams. But you'd imagine if they'd have won that, one of them, it would have pushed them quite far ahead of sort of Norwich and Portsmouth. And we're at the stage now of the season where they're not so much thick and fast anymore. Games, we got some Tuesdays and Saturdays and stuff, but you can rest a few players, and if you start picking up wins, then you'll start to push up the league and make that distance. So I don't think Norwich are necessarily out of the woods in that sense. But yeah, it was a point. At least if you don't lose a game, that's a positive, right? No matter how you look at it.
Yeah. What's the light target?
What did we get last time? Last year.
What did we get last time? 44.
No, you're better than that. 50.
More than that. Yeah, 50 at least.
We'll stick 50 on it. Yeah. Rich, a divine win for Preston at Bristol City. You'll see what I did there with Mr. Divine scoring.
Oh yeah, he's on loan from Spurs, isn't he?
Yeah, 2-0 win over Bristol City, and then Wrexham, Matty James scoring a long-distance shot against Derby, ex-Leicester, silencing the Rams. Good win for Wrexham, and a good win for Preston on the road.
Yeah, Preston sitting in 4th. Wrexham, they're just outside in playoffs, Jack, in 9th. They're looking pretty handy, aren't they? They've had a good run, obviously had a good win in the Cup.
Back-to-back wins over
yeah.
these clubs.
Yeah, and then I think it was Forest last Friday. They won on pens. Obviously, we drew them away, which was not probably a great draw for either team. But I'd say if you're looking for an outside, like a team outside the top 6 at the minute, who are going to break into that playoff bunch, I think it's probably Wrexham who I'll be picking at the minute, Jack.
Yeah, Steve, Middlesbrough 4, Southampton 0. Southampton fans were absolutely fuming. I think Stienza was probably the only one that really went over to the away end. But yeah, they were raging. Southampton have lost the last few games away from home, haven't they? They've seemed to have hit a little bit of a stumbling block under Tonda Eckert.
Yeah, Bazunu had a howler in this game, didn't he? He led one of his errors that led to a goal, conceding.
He's gone. 4. He's gone now, Steve, isn't he? Bazunu.
Is he? Oh.
Yeah, he's gone to Stoke on loan because their keeper's injured, so they've signed him. I think Southampton has signed a new goalie as well.
Yes, okay. Yeah. That shows how much I've been paying attention to transfers because my club's not making any. So, why would I care, Yeah, but to be fair, you both had Southampton Middlesbrough down to win. I had them down to draw, and to come away 4-0 winners just shows the sort of levels that Borough are ahead of Southampton at the moment. That Borough are a well-maintained club. They've got an owner that wants to spend money and a decent manager, and they're looking like they could catch Coventry, but they'll be favourites in the playoffs if they stay there. So Southampton, though, bloody hell, yeah, they've not since they hired the manager. They've not really they've not won a game, have they? Since they took him full time, it was December they took him in, and then they lost to Norwich, drew to Coventry, lost to Oxford, drew to Birmingham, lost to Southampton, lost to Middlesbrough, and drew to Middlesbrough. Fucking hell, Millwall. Sorry, guys, I've had a very long run. I'm very tired already, but yeah. So, they beat Doncaster in the cup, so that might give them a bit of confidence, but it's not looking great.
Yeah, they've lost they lost 3 out of the last 4 away from home in the league now. Rich, the Saints.
It's not really worked, has it? It's not really worked, Dave. Like you get this sometimes. You'll have like your temporary manager in. I don't think there's many times that they get appointed and they turn out to be a success. And I think like with him, I think he might make it till the end of the season, chat. But it wouldn't surprise me if then they make another change.
Russell Martin,
possibly. He's available.
He is.
The fans weren't like that though, were they? Because they hated him.
That's like we don't bloody make. That's like we don't make that bloody move before. Millwall 2, Swansea 1. A good win for Millwall, and that now puts them up to 5th place, on points with Preston, who are 4th. That sits Millwall 3 points behind the top 2, behind Middlesbrough. Sorry. Millwall good at home against Steve. Swansea, yeah, they just got picked to the post at the dead.
Yeah, well, I think at this point, if you look at Millwall, Watford, Preston as well, Hull as well as those, they're the teams that are going to be pushing into playoffs this year, aren't they? I think Millwall are sort of they're consistent, which is annoying. But we'd all love to see Millwall in the Premier League. The amount of London derbies there are, the police would have a fucking field day having to,
Might be a bit unfortunate, Steve. They probably might miss West Ham on the way sort of up. That's the one we all want to see. We all want to see West Ham Millwall in the Premier League.
The police, I don't think the police would want to see that, but the rest of us would like to see it, that's for sure. Imagine them having to police 2. I mean, to be fair, if Millwall don't go up, they'll have it next season anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
There you go.
It's but yeah, Millwall are doing really well, and look, Swansea, they're having a Swansea season, aren't they? Where they're the mid-table, they'll be fine with mid-table. I don't know what their ambitions are for the season, but mid-table's fine.
Yeah. Rich, Stoke, 2-0 winners at Carrow Road. Hello, Nigel. There's obviously been big talk about Josh Sargent. Didn't play in the FA Cup, gave the phone call. It looks like Toronto are in talks to wanting to sign him. I believe there's a few championship clubs sniffing around Josh Sargent. Solber Thomas on goal scoring form again for Stoke, and good win at Carrow Road.
Can I just? I don't know if everyone's seen. There was a Norwich fan called Jim Davis. He sadly had a heart attack on Sunday at the Walsall game. He passed away. They put out a statement on the Norwich City on their Twitter feed from the family. He was 80. Yeah. I think he's been a season ticket holder for a long while. Father, husband. He's got grandkids. So, listen, no one should go to a football match and never come home. So it's just really sad. And I'll put a tweet out tonight, boys. It's like, I know that Norwich are our rivals, but when it comes to things like this, there's no colours in football. We're all united as one when something like this. So just sending best wishes to his family, and his friends, because it's just really sad.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. So does Nigel.
But look, the game. Look, I thought Norwich. I don't know I think I might have had Stoke down to win that. I'm not sure. I didn't get any points.
I had a draw.
But as far as Josh Sargent goes, I see Philip Clement's press conference after the game, and he was saying he won't leave this window, and I'm thinking, well, he will, because we all know when a player comes out and he doesn't want to play, but you don't want a player who's unhappy at your club, who's going to upset the dressing room, because look, from now to the end of the season, Norwich need to be pulling in the same direction, on the pitch, off the pitch, in the stands, and they don't need someone round who doesn't probably really want to be there. Interesting if he goes to the MLS, it's obviously he's got hopes of playing at the World Cup for the States. But yeah,
it's basically going home for him, though, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think there's obviously a few of our fans hoping that we might make a cheeky bid, but I don't see Norwich ever selling another player to us, especially so soon after Nunes went, because that's not really worked out really well for them. So, but look, McCamber's scoring a lot of goals for them, Jack. So he's the main man at the minute, and Sargent probably. I think they probably play one up front like everybody does. Sargent's probably. He's not going to get many minutes, and he needs to play if it's a World Cup year. So he'll be heading out the door, I would have thought, pretty soon.
He's doing well for them, McCarmer. Scored quite a few goals. Stoke,
signing from Lincoln, I think, for about $1 million. So, good signing.
It's a bit of business. Obviously, Stoke back-to-back wins away from home. And what are they now? 3 unbeaten in all competition now is obviously the one in the FA Cup last weekend. Well done, Stoke, on that one against Coventry, by the way. The last one, Steve, is our beloved Leicester City.
Smash and grab at the King Power.
Not the prettiest game, I'll be honest. Jordan, who scored? I think we had a good 20-minute spell in that game to start.
What was the official crowd? What was the official crowd that night, boys?
12,500.
No. So the official crowd, according to the club, was 27,000. But we heard reports that it was under 12,500.
Yeah, I see that online.
I would say it's probably closer to 12,500 than it is 27,000. That's for sure.
Is that a one-off? Is that a one-off, or are you protesting again?
I don't know. I think there might be plans to do it at some point, but they picked the worst game for it, in my opinion, because it's the first home game after the new year. Everyone's back at work. It was -7 or 8. By the time some of the fans left, it was -9 degrees at the stadium. Yeah. So I would have preferred it if it was a Saturday game, but beggars and choosers and all that.
I suppose it's on TV as well, and it's visible as well. So that's sort of what you want as well, isn't it? Really, if you're going to do something like that, you want people seeing it and thinking, "Blimey, that don't look good."
Yeah, but it was more to the fact that it was a boycott against the running of the club. People think it's a boycott against the ownership. It's not necessarily against the ownership. It was about the running of the club and how, we're in the 15th. We're on the 15th of January, and we've still got no money to spend to bring players in. We're bare bones at the moment. If Jordan James gets injured or Abdul gets sold, I don't know where we'll finish the season, to be honest. So, yeah, it was a strange night. I didn't go. I had prior reasons not to go. It wasn't because of the boycott, so it'd be a bit disingenuous for me to be there like, I'm not going because of the boycott. But I probably would have boycotted anyway. So,
Jack, you were there, weren't you?
I was there.
Yeah. Of course he was there. Look at him. He loves the club, Jack does.
It's not about loving the club. I just like football in general. It's not just about the football. It's about the friends.
It's a release.
Spend time with and all that. Yeah. Of course it is. It's your getaway point in life, and you obviously struggle during the week, and then you look forward to something at the weekend. And Leicester's
you look forward to it.
Well,
not right now.
Well, I wouldn't say right now, but no, it was a crap game. It was. West Brom probably should have won the game. The amount of chances they had, Leicester just were never in the game at all after we scored the first goal. And then Abdul Fattah scores an absolute belter of a goal again to obviously save Marty Cifuentes from getting the bloody chop once again, like Jordan James did at Carrow Road. But Abdul, how much is he worth, Steve? How much do you think we can get for him realistically if you take everything into consideration this season with Abdul? Where do you sort of price tag him if we are to sell him this January transfer window?
In January, I think he's £30 million. Yeah. I think there or thereabouts. In the summer, you're probably looking at about sort of 23 to 26. You shouldn't be looking to sell your best player in the January window for a cheaper price. So if somebody comes in and says, we'll give you 30 million, I'd take it if it means that we can reinvest. But even then, reinvesting in January is the worst time to do it. You shouldn't, so as long as we don't get relegated, I think most people will be happy. But it's not just because some people say, oh, well, you're not going to get relegated. You should be happy to stay in the league. But it's not about that, is it? It's the terrible performances we've had on the pitch that's the issue. But Ryan Mason got sacked. We all predicted that if he lost, he'd probably get sacked.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was. But I will say, I was impressed with Michael Johnston. I think he's a really good player.
Good player.
Yeah, Michael really Johnston, yeah.
It summed them up, though, didn't it, West Brom? Probably like one of their best away performances.
They just can't finish.
I think that was 10 away defeats on the bounce. And it just sort of summed it up. You played well. You probably come away with a point and you probably should have won the game. And then you lose it at the last kick. And then they've appointed Eric Ramsey, Jack, as their new manager.
I ain't got a clue that he's from the MLS, by the way.
He was at Man United. He's worked at Man United, and then he was in the MLS. So have to see how he gets on. Obviously, first game tomorrow night at home to Borough.
For Ladorf, I'd really like to know who you support. Yeah, I'd like to know which football team is going to get punished. But we'll move on with this. Go on.
It'll be Leicester. It'll be Leicester, Jack. Let's be honest. It'll be Leicester. He'll be a Coventry fan.
Can we talk about the postponements? Can we talk about our game and the whole Watford game that was cancelled?
Yeah, go on. No, I'll tell you what. Talk about Watford. Watford first.
Well, I mean, 20 minutes before the game starts, and it wasn't the pitch though, was it, Jack? It was the technical area. I mean,
and then there's the blowtorches now.
Yeah, the blowtorches came out. I mean, there's people in the ground. I mean, that's not Watford good enough. It's it isn't in this day and age. It isn't good enough to have a game cancelled. I think in the top two divisions, you should have the facilities now that whatever the weather. Look, our game was cancelled on the Sunday at Pompey. I was lucky because I was only just on the way because I'd worked. Otherwise, I'd have been further down the road. There was people who were halfway, people were there. And then it came out that they were having a pitch inspection at 11. Well, then it transpired that they'd already had one at 9 and they'd already had one at 10 o'clock. So if they've had 2 pitch inspections then, and then they're having another one at 11, we'd put a tweet out saying, if it improves, there'll be another one at midday. You're thinking, well, it's not going to improve, is it? This time of year, when it was really cold, you might have a little bit of sunshine this time of year, but there's no real heat in it. But they don't think about the supporters who travel. They're always secondary. You know, if you're having a pitch inspection at 9, then you're having one at 10, just call the game off then. It was apparently, it was an area down, I think, where their main stand is shaded, which a lot of grounds are probably like that. But you think they'd covered the pitch since the Friday. They ain't got no undersoil heating, but you can have them hot air blowers. If you've got an area on the pitch that you know is going to be problematic, you look to that. But then our fans are looking at Pompey had 12 players out injured, Steve. So you know, they haven't obviously cancelled the game because of that. I know we can all say, oh yeah, did they try that hard? And they probably did, because for Portsmouth, it will probably cost them money to have that game cancelled. You know, it's not just they don't want to play because they've got 12 players injured. But I think in this day and age, you all should have. It should be a requirement to have undersoil heating at your ground. Well,
I mean, you look at Leicester. Leicester was covered in snow on the Saturday and the Sunday. You know, and it was down to -6 or 7 Monday itself. It got to about -2 total during the day. That game still went on. There was snow outside the stadium.
I think Sheffield United Oxford was cancelled, but I think it was that their undersoil heating had broken. They had a problem with it. So if something happens like that, that's beyond your control, you just have to sort of live with that. But I think in this day and age, come on, you should have the it's got a phone call. Sign in for Leicester. We've got to go there. We've got to go there in February now, Jack. In the start of Feb, and we've got now with the cup game at Wrexham away, we've got 5 away games on the bounce. So that's not great.
They've announced it now after the reschedulement for your game.
Yes, the 3rd of February, and I think the whole Watford games. Yeah, I'll be there. Of course, I'll be there. We're mugs, aren't we? We'll be there, whatever the weather.
That's fine.
But I just think they should
-10
think about the fans a little bit nowadays. You know, it should be better than that, but it's obviously not.
Neil, mate, you can't be saying that about certain Sheffield clubs, mate. -10 in Sheffield. I see what you did there, Neil, with that one. Spot on, Rich. Undersoil heating should be at every Championship club. Pompey had a huge injury list as well.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's why they wanted. They obviously would have preferred the game to be off because they got injuries, but they're not. They'd try everything to get the game on because they have to. Because otherwise, well, you'd have to delve a little bit deeper, wouldn't you? Skullduggery, Jack, I think it's called. But
well, there we go. Right. Let's get on to week 27 of the Championship predictions then. Let's see how good we do this week. We're going to start at the Hawthorns. New boss Ramsey of West Brom taking on Kim Hellberg's Middlesbrough. What is your thoughts on this one, Rich? Middlesbrough sits second, 15 points ahead of West Brom. West Brom is sitting 18th. 9th in the XG table, underperforming expected points by 8.3. Last time out in the game, Middlesbrough played against Southampton, it was 4-0. And last time these two played each other was the 19th of September 2025, where Borough won 2-1 at home at the Riverside. Will they get back to back with the Baggies?
This is tomorrow night, isn't it? Friday night football.
First game.
It was. I think they'd gone over 7 hours, hadn't they, Borough, without scoring, and then it was. I think it was 0-0 that game against Southampton at half time, wasn't it? So, look, it was always going to turn somewhere, and obviously it did in the second half. And it's interesting when we played away at Borough. Morgan Whittaker was really struggling for them, Jack, and he was getting a bit of the bird from their fans. And I think now he's I think he's like one of the top scorers in the division now. I think he's got 10 goals. I think he got a double against Southampton. Look, interesting. First game, new manager. They're obviously going to want to impress. I think I can see Borough just edging this game. Probably the same as last time. I'll go for a 2-1 Middlesbrough win.
I'm going to go 2-1 Borough. Steve?
Steve's on the hotline. He's still chatting. It's not very professional, is it?
Should we null and void all these results?
Yeah, he's disqualified. He's not allowed in. Can you put his microphone on so we can hear what he's saying?
I don't know. He's muted it at that end. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, can you?
Steve, give us your fingers, mate. What would the score for Middlesbrough?
Oh, he's on the phone. We'll have to come back.
We'll have to come back to you, Steve. All right.
Sorry, guys. This is important, so I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. No worries. Right. Coventry versus Leicester, the M69 derby. Will the Foxes put a nail in Coventry's promotion hopes? Rich, will they give a hand to Middlesbrough and Ipswich in this one? Obviously, the Foxes and Coventry drew 0-0 last time. In this one, last time they played each other. Obviously, the last time we visited the CBS, Abdul Fattah, we got sent off and we ended up bloody getting an absolute bloody horses handed to us. So I think this is a tough game. I think Coventry in all competition have only won 2 in their last 8. Going into this, they've really started to struggle. They're not really scoring a lot of goals. Leicester, this is a game where we need to win, to be honest. So how do you reckon this one will go at the CBS Arena in the M69 derby?
Is this an early kickoff? Is it 12:30?
It is 12:30, just like yours, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll obviously probably hamper the atmosphere a little bit. You know, them early kickoffs that never really lend themselves to a great atmosphere. Look, Coventry is struggling, Jack. You know, they've obviously, getting knocked out of the cup, I don't really think that they're going to be that concerned about that, if I'm being honest. You know, they're probably, if you look, I think 5 out of the top 6 got knocked out. I think we're the only top 6 teams to still be in the cup. Do we want to be in it? Probably not now. You know, we probably could do. We're probably losing that game against Wrexham. Can you do us a favour? This is the conundrum. I'm really hoping that actually Leicester turn up in this game. You'd think a derby game, what it means to the supporters, you know, you'd hope that they would. But I think with home advantage here, I can see Coventry getting the 3 points. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Coventry victory. I hope it's different, but I think they might have a little bit too much for you.
That's all right. This one's it's a tough game. They're very good at home this season, aren't they? They've only, the last home defeat was Ipswich.
That's the only game they've lost. That's the only game they've lost all season.
We've got to sort of turn up the way you lot did, and this will probably be the only game we turn up this season, to be honest, because we've been very poor. Some of the games that we have won, we've probably been lucky too. But we've got to be far better than that West Brom game. If we'd have played Coventry in that game, instead of West Brom, they'd have probably had the shooting boots on and we'd have probably did lose that game. But I don't know. We've got to be good in this game. I was talking to some Coventry fans yesterday and they were like, maybe it's the best time Leicester to play is because we're not really hitting form at the minute. But then every fan says that, don't they? And then they end up we end up gifting people. So I've got this as Coventry 2, Leicester 2. I'm going to go for a Desmond.
Oh, I'll take that.
I'll go for a draw. If you can't win, don't lose. Steve.
He's muted.
Can't hear you.
Fucking hell, muted again. I'm all over the place. Yeah, sorry, we had a cock up with a machine, so we're trying to ship out a new part, and it's a bit of a piss take. What did you guys have for West Brom Middlesbrough?
2-1.
2-1 each.
Borough.
2-1 Borough. Perfect. Yeah. I also went for 2-1 Borough, so that makes perfect sense.
He's copied us. Back, innit?
I've gone for a 1-1 draw, Coventry Leicester. I don't think we'll win. I'll be more surprised if if they don't batter us, to be honest. But yeah, I've 1-1. I think it'd be a fine game. Whoa. It's my first trip to the Rico, so I'm looking forward to chucking my chair at the pitch.
How much do you pay for your tickets there?
45 quid.
45 quid.
It's a
Robbing
lot.
bastards, all of them.
I'm hoping it's worth it.
Well, we're all hoping it's worth it, Jack. Nobody wants to go to football and see shit, you know.
Well, I mean, if you look at the table now, they're Borough down to 6 points behind them. If they win that game, if they can win tomorrow night, that really turns up the heat a little bit on Cov. They'll go 3 points behind with them playing, and we've got that game in hand. So Coventry looking over their shoulders now, aren't they?
Do you think it's pressure now for Cov? Do you think that's what it is? Now Ipswich are starting to pick up in Middlesbrough, back firing again. If they win tomorrow night, it pushes it to 3 points behind Coventry. Yeah. When it makes it even difficult.
Look, it's like when we spoke on here, didn't we, every week, and they were scoring 3 goals and 4 goals, and they got 50 goals in, I think, 18 games. Yeah, they put a tweet out on their official Twitter feed, you know, and I'm thinking sometimes you need to just keep your powder dry because nothing's won in December, is it? No one wins the league in December, and I think they obviously made a couple of signings. I think they've signed a couple of wide players, and they probably need that, you know. And they need to get, even if they sneak over the line, Jack, and beat you 1-0. It's all about the result for them at the minute, you know. With teams behind them winning, pressure's on. Yeah. The pressure is on Coventry because if they fall apart, you know, and it goes down to 3 points, you know, there's still a lot of games to go. But it might help them that they're out the cup. This is what I said, Steve, while you were on the phone. I don't think it really matters to Coventry. They got knocked out by Stoke. It could be probably the best thing that happens to their season because it gives them one less game to worry about in the cup. I think like the next round's on 4th round day, so then you'd have another game that was rearranged. So it was probably best for them that they got knocked out and they can just concentrate on the league. But I'm hoping you boys can turn up.
Well,
do us a favour.
This is what I say. If we get the first goal, maybe they'll crumble a bit. Maybe it'll be one of them games where they really start to feel the pressure. But then last time we went bloody 1-0, we ended up getting sent off and losing the thing altogether, didn't we, Steve? Second half later on.
Yeah, well, let's not if they get 1 goal, then fucking hell.
Yeah, they'll definitely turn. Leicester crumble, don't they? And this is what it is when we concede the first goal. We seem to be all over the place. But looking at Coventry's stats since the Charlton game. So if you take into consideration the FA Cup game, that's 2 wins in the last 9 in all competition. But in the league, it's 2 wins in the last 8. So they're struggling. They're picking up a lot of draws. Obviously they've lost to Ipswich twice. That one hurt them against Birmingham.
But the goals have dried up, haven't they, Jack? The goals have dried up for them.
Yeah.
That's where they got 57 now in 26, and I think they hit 50 goals in 18 games, isn't it? So
yeah,
and they couldn't keep up that scoring ratio. There was no way that was going to continue, and you're always going to hit a bit of a blip somewhere. But they've still got a decent lead, but they need to win games. I think they've got obviously you, and then I think they play Millwall. I think at home on Tuesday night. So if you're a Coventry fan, you're probably expecting to get 4 points minimum, but you probably need 6. I'd have thought.
Yeah, I think 6 was what they'd hope for because that sort of takes the pressure down a bit, doesn't it? But let's see what happens at the CBS.
Well, we need the Rich score. Rich, did you give the score? Did you guess? Predict?
I went 2-0 Coventry.
2-0 Coventry. Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry,
I missed it because you were giving us a loss. It's fine.
I went 2-2.
Yeah, I know about you, Jack. Yeah.
Right, all right then. Right, Ipswich taking on Blackburn. Rich, we'll start with you for this one, mate. How do you think you'll go on in this one? Will it stay dry? Do you reckon any rain on the forecast?
If you're a Blackburn fan and you're coming down, in Suffolk today, it's been torrential. But don't worry, we have one thing at our ground. It's called drainage. And it actually worked. Yeah, drainage, Steve. If you could relay that to anyone who sort of lives up in the Blackburn area and sort of their groundsmen, because I know, look, they're not great up that way. And they've obviously had 2 games cancelled because of the wet, didn't they, with the Sheffield Wednesday game. I think this is a tough game. Because you spoke earlier there, Jack, about Blackburn's form at home, and it was only 2 wins all season at home, and they're better on the road. But I would still expect Town to get the 3 points. 12:30 them kickoff times. I mean, they've been done dirty because they've got to come down to Town, and then I think they play Norwich away on a Saturday at 12:30, I think just early February. So once again, no one's really concerned about fans travelling, are they really? When probably, what time are you going to have to leave for Ipswich? Steve, if you're living in Blackburn? Probably about 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Fucking hell. I mean, at least you're leaving Blackburn. That's a positive.
Yeah. You're leaving Blackburn in the dark and probably coming back to Blackburn in the dark, which is probably the best time. You can't really see what it's like, can you? I'll go 2-0. 2-0 Town win. It might be a bit edgy, but I think if we get that first goal, I think we'll be all right. So, yeah, I'll go for a 2-0 win.
Well, last time you played them, it were a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, and we scraped it in the dying embers of the game.
Yeah, Blackburn creating chances like a top half team, but converting like a relegation side. That sums up Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn they're quite decent away from home though, aren't they? They picked up most of their points away from home. I'm going to go for this one. Ipswich 3, Blackburn 0.
Oh, wow.
I think you'll win that comfortably. Steve, what you got, mate?
Well, I was going to go 2-0, but I changed it. And then I was going to go 3-0 and thought, well, you've picked that, so I'm going to change it again. I'm going to go 3-1 Ipswich. Just be different.
Ipswich. Right. Vicarage Road. I don't even think I have to ask Rich about this one because we know what it's like when
this is a big
to talk.
It's a big game, isn't it? It's a big game. It's
a big game for both. I think Millwall sit 5th and Watford sit 6th. I think there's a point between them.
2. They're on 41 and Millwall are on 43, but Watford have got that game in hand against Hull. So
Watford have been very good. They've really took it by storm, haven't they, since Gratti has took over. I think they're going to be one who are very much in for the playoffs this season.
Have you got a form table, Jack, for like the last 5 games? Because I'd think Watford would be pretty near the top of it. I think they probably might be sitting top if you went over the last 5.
Let's have a look. Form table. Watford have drawn 1, won 4. Millwall have won 2, drawn 2, lost 1.
So they're on form, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Watford are very much on form.
It's a home win. It's a home banker. This is. You know what score it is. Steve's got it wrote down already for me.
Yeah, they're not really. I mean, they did get battered in the FA Cup, but they're unbeaten in 7. Watford. But I honestly think it's a tough game for this one. Millwall, they're doing well as well. So I think this will be tight. 2-1 Watford win.
I don't even feel like we need to cover this, do we? Have we all got 2-1 Watford win?
Yeah, it's standard, isn't it? We just chatted for 5 minutes and we could have just
over
and finished it. To be honest, I'd already put 2-1 down for everybody before anyone said anything. So.
Well, last time we went 2-1 for bloody Watford, Steve, when we copied Rich, it never come off. So hopefully this time, fingers crossed, we can get something out of it.
Copying doesn't count, Jack. You should know that by now. You should have known that early on in the season.
Yeah, also, technically, I didn't copy because I put 2-1 down, and then I guess you guys were going to go 2-1, so effectively you copied me.
Yeah, you're allowed.
Right. Charlton, taking on Sheffield United. Steve, what have you got for this one at the Valley?
I have got a 2-1 Sheffield United win. I think they'll with Sheffield United. There's too many Sheffields around, all right? Sheffield United, they've picked up 2 wins in the last 3, 3 wins in the last 5. Have they turned a corner? I mean, they battered us, and they were quite impressive against us, to be fair. And
then they lose to bloody Mansfield in the FA Cup.
Yeah, but I think that like with Coventry and Borough and everybody else, getting out the cup is probably a decent thing for these guys because they won't. Charlton won't want to be in the cup come 3 or 4 weeks time when if you get an injury, you lose one of your better players in the league, then you're a bit fucked. So. Yeah, 2 defeats, 2 draws for Charlton at the moment. But yeah, I just think that Sheffield United will pip them a 2-1 win.
I'm going 2-0 Sheffield United. Rich, what you got, mate?
Well, I breathed a huge sigh of relief this afternoon when I see that Lyndon Dykes has signed for Charlton because we'd been linked with him. Yeah. I think you'd been linked with him as well.
Yeah,
I thought.
Yeah, I was the same on that one.
We should be looking at a higher caliber of player. I think both sides really. No disrespect against him because I think he's a decent lower end Championship striker, and he'll probably do a decent job for Charlton. I'm going to go for a score draw. I'm going to go for a score draw here. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
2-2. Ooh. Lyndon Dice will probably score against Leicester when we have them in the next home game.
Probably.
When do we play them? Is it Feb, Steve? We play Charlton, or is it? It's back-to-back home games now, isn't it, for Leicester after Wrexham?
Yeah, we got Oxford and then Charlton after that. Yeah, 31st of January we got Charlton at 12:30.
The end of the month. Yeah, got you. Yeah, Lyndon Dice will probably score the winner or something. But I tell you what, when you're looking at Lyndon Dice and then you got Patson Daka already at the club, it don't bloody bode pretty. You can't say he's no better than Daka. We need a proven goal scorer, and can we afford to get one in? Yeah, probably not, compared to other clubs like Ipswich who can go and spend money and actually do something this transfer window.
But we're still looking for a striker, and I mean, we're in the middle of the month.
We've got one for you. We've got one for you. What do you reckon?
We're taking none of your players. We took one of your players, and look what happened there. That's where it ends. That's where it ends. You know, we're not spending 12 million on any other duds.
Oh, well, it might work out. Right, Oxford taking on Bristol City. Rich, what have you got for this one?
New manager, Matt Bloomfield. I mean, how do these managers keep getting these jobs in the Championship? I mean, he failed at Luton, got them relegated. Yeah. He was obviously at Wickham. Look, if I was Oxford, I'd have start with Gary Rowett. I've said on him before, if you want a manager to get you safe, he's probably the best manager for the job. I think Oxford are heading down. I don't really think it matters who's going to be in charge of them, because I think it's tough in this league for a team like that. You know, they haven't got the biggest budget. I know they turned us over down at their place. Bristol City sitting in 10th, Jack. Looking forward to seeing Sam Morsey back Tuesday night. He's signed for Bristol. If you've not seen his interview, Jack, go and check it out, because he fires a little shot at Norwich in there about Liam Manning. Yeah, about Liam Manning leaving, and basically saying that works out well, didn't it? Norwich wasn't the best move. All the Norwich fans' heads are falling off, which is always quite pleasant. I will go for a 2-1 Bristol City win.
Yeah, I've got the same.
So have I. Fucking hell. No, I'm going to change it. I'm going to go 2-0 Bristol. I'm going to be different. I'm going to change it. 2-0 Bristol City.
Good. I like that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Jack, don't change.
No, Jack's always been the same.
Yeah. I don't think. Are we allowed to change it? Are we? I don't know.
Of course you are.
I don't know what the ruling is. I thought when we just put it straight on the paper, that's it. We've got to go with what we've put. So there we go. Right, deep down, Preston Derby. How does this one go, Steve? Preston doing well at home, aren't they? They're quite strong at home this season. They're having a very good season under Heckingbottom. Derby, I'd say they're probably better. They look far better away from home. From what
do they? They're fucking awful against us. Probably the worst team I've seen this season against us.
Well, that's against Leicester. Every other team, they've looked quite decent.
Well, I've gone for a 2-0 Preston win. I think that Derby are shit, and they'll continue to be shit.
Derby are 5th in the away record, by the way, this season. So for
no, they're still 13th though, Jack. So
18 points on the road.
Yeah, but we got 6 points against them, mate, and we're shit. So they must be terrible.
I'm going 3-1 Preston.
Even you don't have confidence in Derby away from home.
That's all right. I'm backing the Lily Whites.
1-0. 1-0 Preston.
1-0. Yeah. 2-1 Preston. 2-2. Collins got 2-2. 2-1. Roberts has gone 1-0. Sean's gone shit. Nigel, 2-1. Lovely stuff. And the next one is, I mean, this is a...
Wow.
What do we say about this game? Sheffield Wednesday versus Portsmouth. I mean, Pompey can't buy a win away from home. Sheffield Wednesday, though, they've got the fight in them. They really have. And this could be quite something of a game at Hillsborough. How does this one go, Rich, at Hillsborough between these two sides? Because Crapico, but
I mean, if you're Portsmouth, you're going to be desperate for that 3 points, and you're looking at the table and you're thinking Sheffield Wednesday, they're marooned at the bottom on -7.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's going to be as easy as they think. I I'm going to go for a 2-1 Sheffield Wednesday win, and it's going to be their second victory of the season.
Oh, you got Wednesday to win.
Yeah, I think they're going to roll them over.
Quite a few people have gone draw or Sheffield Wednesday to win. Steve, what you got?
I've gone 1-1. I think it'll be a draw.
A dull draw?
Yeah.
Goal draw.
1-1.
You were hang on.
No,
you were just talking it up. You were just talking it up. Might be a great game, and you've gone 1-1. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't think this one will be a 90 minutes to probably watch, to be honest. Portsmouth are not exactly hitting the hat as neither of Sheffield Wednesday. So, but then again, Sheffield Wednesday's position at the minute is why they are.
Can they get back to zero, Jack? Can they get back to zero?
Or
get into plus points. That's what they've got to be aiming for between now and the end of the season. I would have thought.
It's only 7 points. Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'd say the same.
Last game of the season, they'll celebrate going into positive numbers.
Yeah. Wednesday 3.
Well, what game that will be?
It will be an own goal in the 94th minute. I mean, is it McNeil? Is it? Charlie
McNeil. Charlie McNeil.
Yeah. He's doing quite well, isn't he? At Sheffield Wednesday. So I know
they've still not got an owner now, have they? Sheffield Wednesday taken over.
Not yet.
Shea Charles is injured, isn't he, Jack? I think he's going to be out. He's going to be out for a couple of months. I'll see. He's probably their best player.
Yeah, a lot of Premier League clubs are interested in him, aren't they?
Good young keeper, he is. Very good.
He is. Right. South Coast. Southampton Hull. I think this one will have goals in it, to be honest. Hull struggling with quite a lot of injuries, key injuries, but they seem to be pulling the results out of the bag quite a bit. Southampton, it's been a bit mixed bag for Tonda Eckert. Like I say, I think Hull's tough opponents in this. What do you think, Steve? At St Mary's, how does this one go down?
I'm gonna make a bold prediction here.
Go on.
I think Southampton will lose 3-1 and they will sack the manager.
Oh.
They'll be booed off the pitch and they'll sack him.
Does he get an extra point for that?
Hello, Haley, love.
Does he get an extra point?
I should get an extra point.
I think you should throw that in, Jack. If he's correct with the score and he gets sacked, he should get an extra point.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, right.
Perfect.
1-1. Saints 3, Hull 1. 3-0 Southampton. Very bold. Yeah, very.
I know. I am. Yeah.
It is. It's a bold prediction from Steve. Right, Rich, what you got first? Saints versus the Tigers. Will they get pulled by the Tigers?
I'm definitely going for an away win. I'm going to go for an away win.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go 3-2 to Hull.
Bold prediction, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. I reckon this game will have 2 penalties in it, a red card, and Southampton to win it 2-1.
Well,
there's a prediction for you.
And you're getting no extra points if that comes true.
That ain't fair.
Yeah. We'll say no points.
Right, there we go. Right, Stoke QPR. Ooh, Stoke are good at home, and yeah, Victor Johansson's injured, isn't he?
Yeah.
So they brought in the Southampton keeper on loan.
Gavin Bazuna. I think Southampton fans were happy that he was shipped out because I don't think he's been playing very well for them.
Mr. Bazunu. I've got Stoke winning 1-0. QPR's only won one since they beat Leicester, by the way.
Samson Richard Kone. Goals are dried up, Jack. Scored in the weekend in the cup. Scored at West Ham in the cup. But I don't know when he last scored in the league.
Against Leicester.
Ago.
I think it was against Leicester.
Oh, there you go.
It was.
Dogs to Leicester.
So they've only won one. They've won one game since they played Leicester in the league. They beat Sheffield Wednesday 3-0. I think Stoke will have a bit too much QPR in that one. That's why I've gone 1-0. I think it'd be quite a scrappy game, but I think Stoke just see it off.
Mid-table, aren't they, QPR? I think they're going to finish.
Yeah. I'd say so.
Probably where they are at the minute, 11th, 12th, something like that. 2-0 Stoke. 2-0 Stoke.
2-0 Stoke. Lovely. Steve, what you got, mate?
I've got a 3-2 Stoke win.
3-2 Stoke. Steve's showing some love for the Potters.
Well, no, I mean, like, it's the only thing they've got, isn't it? Let's be honest. You know.
We've got to go to Stoke, Steve, on a Tuesday night.
Oh, fucking hell. Cold, windy Tuesday night in Stoke.
Oh.
You can have that doner kebab that Lee had.
No, I don't think I'll be... He said the one from Morrison's. I think the one you could buy from Morrison's was better.
Iceland.
Oh, Iceland. It was Iceland, was it? There you go.
I think he's on about the grill house one.
Other supermarkets are still available.
Well, is it? It depends what format you've got. Some might shop in M&S, some might shop in Asda. But there we go. Right, Wrexham taking on Norwich City, Nigel's team. Wrexham don't lose many a time. I don't believe they've lost at home in the league since September. We go there next week, don't we, Steve? Yeah, I've got Wrexham edging this one 2-1.
Did you get a ticket, Jack, for that? You don't get many tickets down there, do you?
Yeah, I'm right at the back, basically, and they've got like a metal bloody thing along the top, haven't they? So I won't say I'm going to see much of the game unless Steve wants to come and sit at the back with me, then we can see the game together.
Well, I'm still waiting. So the person that I've purchased a ticket off, he sent it second class on Monday, and it hasn't arrived as of yet. So I'm hoping it arrives in the next couple of days. Yeah,
second class.
I don't know, because I said I'd pay for the postage, so I don't know why I didn't just send it sort of first class signed. But it is what it is. It will turn up at some point, and then. But the good thing is that the person.
On Monday.
Well, either way, like it'll turn up, and then I'll pay the money for the ticket. But I feel bad because he's obviously sent it, and I'm like, it's not here yet, so I can't pay you until it gets here because I ain't falling for that. But no, I trust the guy. He's a nice guy.
What you got then, Steve, for this one?
I've got a 2-0 Wrexham win. Sorry, Nigel or Colin, whoever supports Norwich. I can't remember which one it is.
Nigel. Colin's Ipswich.
Yeah, so don't get mixed up. Don't offend Colin.
The worst people to mix it up with, isn't
it? Rich, what you got for Wrexham Norwich?
Well, I'd be very surprised if Norwich get anything here. Like you say, Jack, they're very good at home, Wrexham, on a really good run. I'm going to go 3-1 home win.
3-1 home win. Right. The last one. Swansea City versus Birmingham. Birmingham away from home are awful. It's just piss poor, basically, their form away from home. They've got to win at some point, but I don't think they'll win in the late kickoff. I've got this 2-2. What have you got, Rich, for this one, mate?
1-0 Swansea. They're decent at home.
Oh.
I think they'll just nick it. Chris Davis under more pressure if they lose here, I think.
Are they unbeaten at home in the last few games, Swansea?
Yeah, since the new manager's come in, they've had a decent upturn at home. Not great away, are they, Swansea? But they're getting enough points at home to keep them out.
Yeah, they've won the last 4 in the league at home.
Yeah, I think they'll continue. 1-0.
Steve, what you got, mate?
1-1 draw.
1-1. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, Jack? I'm all right, Lee. Good to see you in, mate. All the best in your game tomorrow night, pal. I don't know if it'll be the boing baggies or the Borough go home with 3 points, mate. But enjoy the game anyway. Right, that is it for us. The like target for us this evening is 50. So if you can all hit the like button, we have had quite a good number in. We've had about 15 at one point, so we're on 42 now. So if you can all hit that like button, that'd be
42 likes already.
No, 42 people in.
Why don't people hit the like button anyway? I never. Hang on, who put that Ipswich down? Was that Colin? Ipswich for the title.
Colin's in.
Yeah,
See, I had Ipswich for the title from the start of the season, so I won't be surprised.
Well, long way to go yet.
Well, there we go. As I say, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you haven't subscribed already. Please get down and do so. We are back for week 28 on Sunday. So join us for that. We will be covering what happened in the M69 derby. Did it go right? Did it go wrong for Leicester? I don't know, but we'll see anyway. We're gonna. What time are we back for that, boys? 6 on Sunday, or are we having most?
Yep.
6 o'clock's good.
Yeah, works for me.
Lovely stuff. 6 o'clock on Sunday. Match preview for Coventry will be on the channel on 8:30. This will be joined by Coventry City fans.
Come on. Lee will be in the house. Lee will be in the house.
Hang on. You said Coventry City fans. That wasn't singular. That was plural there.
Yeah, there you go.
I got you. Right. Rich, what's coming up? What's coming up on the Southwark Crunch, mate?
Match preview tomorrow, probably around tea time. I'll get that out after McKenna's done his press conference. See if there's any transfer news. It's all quiet at the minute. We're probably going to have to wait until right at the end of the window to sign a striker. Probably like you. We all want a striker. Everyone wants a striker at this time of the season, don't they?
I'd take Sammy Schmodix at Leicester. I'll be honest.
Well, you might be able to get him on loan. Yeah, you could probably do with him, couldn't you? I think he's probably going to move out. I don't know where. Derby have been interested.
Rudkin, there's your man. Sammy Schmodix for Leicester. Get it done. You'll see reports now linking him with bloody Leicester, and I've said that. But no, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. We'll see you at Sunday, 6 o'clock for week 28 in the Championship predictions. See you soon.